Hello, everyone. This is Bridget with Women's Wellness Collaborative, and you can go to womenswellnesscollaborative.com to find out more about us. One thing I do on YouTube is answer your questions, and I got a question today from a client of mine, and she has a young child, about 1 or so, and she said, what do you think I should do about fluoride? I'm so confused. So I'm not going to 100% answer that question, but I am going to weigh in because I know it's something that people think about. I would love to direct people to a podcast I did with health coach and author Cindy Haas, I think is how you pronounce it. And she was a dental hygienist for a long time and became a health coach, and she wrote a book called Over the Gums and Through the Lips and Over the Gums. I'll link it in the show, in the notes. But she's very knowledgeable, so I'd suggest going back to that podcast episode and hearing from her. So I'm just going to kind of give you the pros and cons of fluoride, especially with kids. So I think that fluoride personally should not be in our water. I think it should be a choice if we use fluoride or not. They put it in the water because it does kind of strengthen teeth. And for people who, aren't brushing, aren't having good nutrition, it does kind of strengthen the teeth. Although that fluoride they put in the water is pretty junky. It's not like naturally occurring fluoride like in the soil. So you may already have fluoride in your water. You may use a filter. I'm not entirely sure how they get fluoride out of water, but it's probably possible. But I digress. So for very young children under 2, even conventionally, they don't recommend using fluoride because kids swallow the toothpaste more often and they don't want them swallowing it, which is a clue that maybe it's not so good for you, right? So it is a toxin, and it can be a disruptor. Like for me, I'm kind of flirting with some autoimmune disease, so I definitely want to avoid fluoride. So yeah, if you go to your dentist, they'll probably say, oh, kids who had fluoride always have better teeth, but honestly, like what has changed so much in the last 200 years is our nutrition. So if we're having a lot of sugar and we're having little sweet snacks and not brushing our teeth afterwards, it really changes the bacterial environment in our mouth. Also, just if we're not getting nutrition, so our bones are like active, the bones of our teeth, and they need nutrients. So if we're not getting the nutrients, either because we just don't, we don't eat well, or we have poor digestion, or maybe we eat well sometimes, but then eat some junk at other times, which is a lot of people, our teeth aren't getting the nutrition that they need. So for kids, yeah, I think it's a personal decision, and it's up to you to do some research. When I first had my son, frankly, I was super busy mom running a business, and my pediatrician said, do fluoride, and I just did it. And then later on, when I kind of had more time to research, I thought, I don't think he needs fluoride, and I took it away. And, in our case, so far his teeth have been really great, and every time we go in, they say they're really great. We brush with a non-fluoride toothpaste. There's different powders and oils you can use that naturally strengthen the teeth and clean the mouth. We have him, clean his tongue. He's really good about brushing twice a day. We have him floss once a day. So, even my guest, Cindy, she said, look, like if you're not getting the nutrition into your kids or whatever, maybe you do some fluoride. So, I don't think it's a very hot button issue, and it's kind of up to you to decide. I think there are pros and cons. I do still sometimes worry, what if I should be doing fluoride with my son's teeth? But, as long as he's, looking good when he goes to the dentist, I feel better about that. So do your own research. If you want to comment, you can. Just be nice to me. I know this is a contentious issue, but I just wanted to weigh in a little bit, and I'll share those links with somebody who's done a little more research than I have, with the links to the podcast and that book. So thanks a lot. And if you want more videos from us, you can subscribe on YouTube. We're not always talking about fluoride. We talk about a lot of other things. And you can find us again at womenswellnesscollaborative.com.